Good morning, standard 5th students. Welcome to secondary section. Myself, your computer teacher, name Preeti Miss. Here today is our first lecture. So we will start with your lesson number 1, that is computer system. Now here you can look at the picture. Yes, anybody can guess? Yes, it is a computer with its four main parts, that is monitor, CPU, keyboard and mouse. Correct? Yes? Okay. Now see what is the definition of your computer. Definition मतलब उसको क्या बोलते हैं? What is a computer? A computer is an electronic device. Now electronic device, why it is known as an electronic device? Because it works on electricity, and then for that you need a power supply. Correct? So at home also you have the power supply of each and every students. Yes. So if you want to work on a computer you need a power supply. Now here Charles Babbage, ये किसने डिस्कवर किया कंप्यूटर? हु हैज डिस्कवरेज? चार्ल्स बाबेज, नियर बाय 19th सेंचुरी. 19th सेंचुरी में चार्ल्स बाबेज ने उसको पब्लिश किया. नाउ हियर वी विल लुक फॉर द फंक्शंस ऑफ अ कंप्यूटर. नाउ हियर कंप्यूटर accepts input or data, process it and gives out the results or output. Now here see you can see, now you can see that you will tell me that how it is processing, which type of data or which input, how you can give the input, correct, and in which type you can get the output. So in many types you can get the output in the computer. Now suppose first thing, when you are inputting from the keyboard, when you are inputting from the keyboard, see this is a keyboard, correct? So what you can input from the keyboard? Yes, anybody can tell? Yes, you can input numbers, alphabets. There are some special keys which have been used for special functioning, correct? So here you can input your name or whatever, your data in the form of numbers. So that input, whichever the user gives to the computer, it gets processed in the CPU. Now the in detail about the CPU I will tell you afterwards. Now example, see the keyboard is also not input, means keyboard is a input device, but other than keyboard there is many more input devices like mouse, then mic, scanner, and some output devices are monitor, printer, speaker, etc. Now how they are input devices and output devices I will tell you, correct? Now here see, next thing, whatever it is there, it can perform an operation in accordance with a set of instructions given, which is called as a program. Whatever instructions you give to the computer, it is known as a program. Now what instructions do give to the computer? Now see, first I will tell you the example of input data or data, process it and gives out the results. Now see here example, I can tell you that if you want a mango shake, okay, mango juice, suppose, correct? So mango is an input. For that input, for processing, you put in a mixture the same thing, okay, the same mango you will cut into the pieces and you will put in the mixture, means input is your mango, correct? That mango for processing you put in the mixture, okay, and then it gets in the output. How you will get now? In the form of juice, correct? So input, you are inputting in the mixture, correct, and that it get processed in the same, and then that same thing gives you the output in the form of juice. So same thing here it is. Input is given by the keyboard, suppose, then that gets processed in the CPU, which is your brain of the computer, and then same CPU gives you the output in the form of answer on the monitor, correct? Everybody understood? Yes. Now you can see here the computer has a huge data storage capacity where the memory can retain the data and instruction in digital format. Here only you don't have to write, you can get in the digital format also. Means if you want any calculations, there are some programs related to that, so that in that program you can make the calculations also. You can draw the pictures also. So there are many types of programs, and how many data is there, whichever type of data is there, or if it is the huge data, many more data, okay, so it can store it in the computer. Now next thing, we'll learn that the important parts of the computer in detail. Now first thing is your monitor. First thing is your monitor. See, you can see here the picture of your monitor, correct? Now monitor looks like a TV set. How it does look? TV set, and it's also called as an screen जिस पे आप देखते हो, ओके, टीवी पे स्क्रीन रहता है तो आप पिक्चर्स सीरियल्स वगैरह देखते हो, तो सेम वे ये भी टीवी के जैसा दिखता है. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो नोन एज अ स्क्रीन. It displays what we type on the keyboard, and thus it is an output device. So from the keyboard, whatever you type, or from the mouse, whatever you point, okay, that you can see on the monitor screen, okay. Next thing is your CPU. Now CPU is the brain of the computer. See, you can see the picture of CPU. It does all the works and calculations as instructed. Now, whatever instructions you give with the help of your keyboard, mouse, or any more things, okay, so that all the works and calculations are instructed, and that it gets processed, and the same CPU gives you the output, okay. The full form, now here, this is the main, you have to keep in mind the full form of CPU. Now what is the full form of CPU? See, you can see here, Central Processing Unit. Processing unit, central means in the middle, correct? Processing, because it gets processed. Whatever you give the input, it processes it, okay, and then gives the output. Keyboard. Now you can see here the keyboard at side by, yes. Now the keyboard has 104 keys. Now you will say that what is this 104 keys? Which types of keys are there? Which type of keys are there in this? This keys helps us to type on the computer, and also it is an input device. Now you can see that 104 keys means what type of keys will be there here. There will be some special keys, some in the first line you can see some function keys, number keys. Number keys are of at both the sides, okay, on your right hand side and then at the top second line. Then you will get some alphabets from A to Z and some special keys, okay, special keys like enter, space bar, delete, tab, shift, control, okay, which are more useful, okay. So in detail about the keyboard we will talk later. Next and the last is your mouse. Now mouse आपके घर पे अपने अपने घर पे चूहा कभी कभी किसी के घर पे रहता है, you know. So what does it do? It runs from here and there, correct? So same way here, mouse is a pointing device. Thus it is an input device. It consists of two buttons and one scroll wheel. It is placed on the mouse pad for better use. Now one is your left click and second one is your right click. From the left click you can open any document. Right click you can see the properties, or you can make a new folder, or you can refresh your computer. And in the middle of it you can see that there is a scroll, so you can scroll your page from up and down, correct? Now here next thing is what, in one thing I forgot you to tell you, CPU. Now in the CPU there are two parts. One is your ALU and one is your CU. Now what is the full form of ALU? Arithmetical and logical unit. And CU means control unit. Now in ALU what does it works? It works as a mathematical operations. So whatever you say that I want the addition of these numbers, okay, or I want the subtraction of this number, okay, anything like mathematical problems, anything, so that is being done by ALU. And control unit, by the word control only, मतलब उससे ही पता चलता है आपको, see what is the meaning of control unit, it controls it, okay, understood? Yes or no? Now who will tell me, anybody knows the what is the full form of computer? Yes? Okay, I will tell you. It is commonly operated machine purpose user for technology and educational research. Okay? Now, how you feel this lecture, your first lecture? Yes? Are you getting interesting in study of all subjects? Yes. Okay, thank you.